As the income tax survey at BBC's Delhi and Mumbai offices ended Thursday night after nearly 3 days or 60 hours of officials going through digital records as well as files. Now, the BBC says that they will continue to report without fear or favour. Some 10 employees, including the senior editor of Britain's public broadcaster, returned home after spending 3 days at the office in central Delhi's Kasturba Gandhi Marg. The Income Tax Department is likely to give a statement today. It hasn't issued any statement so far, and the tax officials have cloned the mobile phones of several BBC senior employees and scanned their desktops as well as their laptops. To get more information, let's go across to my colleague Vedant. Vedant, an official statement expected by BBC today?
That's right, Divya. In fact, the BBC shared a statement yesterday. The official statement from the Income Tax Authority today or tomorrow, some official information regarding what was actually done in the particular survey in the past 3 days. That is what the Income Tax Department is expected to share. The BBC released a press statement yesterday saying that it has fully cooperated with the Income Tax Department and will continue to do so in the case of any further investigation. The BBC also said, we are supporting staff, some of whom have faced lengthy questioning and have been required to stay overnight as well. So as we've been reporting in the past 3 days as well, Divya, almost 10 BBC employees, including staff members from the accounts department, as well as senior editors, editorial bosses of the Delhi Bureau of the BBC, they stayed overnight as well for the past 3 days. However, operations, news operations have been functioning normally, but the BBC said in its statement yesterday that their output is back to normal and that they remain committed to serving audiences in India and beyond. So that BBC has said. Remember, as you rightly mentioned, that devices and mobile phones of BBC employees, including journalists, were cloned. So taxmen were there with cloning equipment, and their devices were searched with keywords like tax, benami, black money, bills, etc. These were the keywords that were used to scan their devices. And what the Income Tax Department has said in its statement earlier is that the focus of this survey is to, gather evidence about what they say prima facie tax evasion. So what the Income Tax has said is that the BBC has labelled certain costs as bogus to get unauthorized tax advantages. That's what the Income Tax has said. But of course, the timing of it is being questioned, and that's why we've seen the political fallout of the survey as well. The opposition, of course, sitting out at the BJP, saying that the survey comes just weeks after that controversial BBC documentary on Prime Minister Modi. So, of course, that is also important. But the fact of the matter is that after 3 days, their output is back to normal, and many BBC employees who've had to stay overnight, they have gone back home.
Right, many employees were working from home. So, will the employees be back at the BBC offices in Delhi and Mumbai?
That's right, Divya. So, as per our sources in the BBC, all employees will be back to working from office. Remember, in the past couple of days, only the broadcast department was being called to office. All other employees were asked to work from home. And all these journalists whose devices were scanned and searched, they were also subjected to lengthy questioning. The journalists, broadcast journalists who were there in office, they had to come again and again for the questioning and for their devices to be scanned.
Right.
But now, all the employees will be back to working from office.
Right. Thank you so much, Vedant, for joining us with all those details.